friends, I am back with another customer appreciation card class. This is for July 2023. So if you place an order with me this month, you will receive a complimentary card kit with all of the pre-cut supplies to make the cards that I'm demonstrating this month. There are 4 cards in total, and I'm going to do a demonstration for each card, its own video. The PDF tutorial and all of the video demonstrations for this month's card class are available to everyone, so I hope you all get lots of ideas and inspiration. I'm happy to share this with you. If you are using Stampin' Up products or you're just using what you have at home, I hope you can take the layouts and the designs and have some fun with them. So today's card, it's a masculine birthday card, so without further ado, let's start stamping. The first card in this month's card class is a masculine card. We're always looking for different ideas to make masculine cards, right? So I'm going with some neutral colors, and again, if you are one of my customers who orders with me this month, you will receive a card kit in the mail with all of these bits, just like this, already pre-cut. No stamping. That's against Stampin' Up policy, but stamping is the fun part, right? So you will have everything ready to stamp and adhere, and then you're going to have a beautiful card and some inspiration. So I am folding my crumb cake card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5. Oh, I've got ink, but that's okay. I'll cover that with paper. And fold it at the 4 1/4. Then I have a 4 1/4 by 5.5 piece of crumb cake as well. I have a strip of Designer Series paper. Now, I have forgotten the name of this Designer Series paper, but it goes along with the Gone Fishing stamp set. So let's just take a quick look, because I'm drawing a blankety blank. There we go. Let's Go Fishing 12 by 12 paper. This is awesome, awesome paper. And then I'm using dies from the All That collection, which coordinates with the He's All That stamp set. And so I have my little crumb cake little banner, basic white circle. Look at that awesome die. Basic black. And then the oval. These are all in the same die collection. All That it's called. All right, easy card, but I think you're gonna like it. Oh, and there's an embellishment somewhere. Here we go. This is the cord with the silver twine in it, so it will come already made in a bow for you. Okay, so I've got my grid paper. Everything's all ready to rock and roll. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this panel. So I'm pulling in my Gone Fishing stamp set, and I'm going to stamp this fish right here. 2-step stamp set. Love it. So we're going to just cover it with this one fish multiple times. Let's pull that out. Here we go. Get my mat in here. All right. It's going to be it's going to be a portrait card. So when I'm doing my 2-step stamps, I like to stamp my outline image first. So I'll just stick him on. I'm going to use black memento. And actually what I'm going to do is put this mat underneath my paper, because I'm going to be stamping off a little bit, I think. So I'm going to stagger them across. And it's important when you're stamping not to rock back and forth too much, because you're going to get little bits where you don't, like little bits of ink where you may not be wanting ink. So you want to stamp straight up and down. Hold it down for a minute, you get a nicer, crisper ink image. So I'm going right off the page. You can put as many or as few fishies on your card as you want, of course. And we do need to fill in this spot right there. Okay. Now it's time to add the color. So I'm going to make this, I think I'm going to do it in Lost Lagoon. Kind of a bluey green. So I'm going to be going home in August, home being Comox on Vancouver Island. It's where I'm born and raised from there. And if you don't know, I'm in Nova Scotia. And we are going to be doing some fishing with my dad when we're out there. And a friend of my dad's just caught a 24-pound trout. That's a big trout. So we're going to be going to one of our favorite lakes when we're back home on the island and do some fishing. And I can't wait because I love fishing. Alright, so I am just going to stamp that right on top. Look at that. So quick and easy. And if you wanted to, you can stamp again without re-inking, and then that's just going to give you a lighter color, obviously. So I'm going to do that. So I want to brighten these fish up just a little bit. So I'm pulling in my lemon lime Stampin' Up marker, and I'm just going to fill in the rest of the fish. Going to be a bit darker on these ones, of course, because I didn't put as much ink on. So I'm going to go back on these fish because of that. I did like the two tones. If I wasn't adding this marker, I would have just left it alone. But I'm going to need that blue because I'm also going to be going on top with my blender pen in the next step. So let me re-stamp that fish. You know what? I like that better anyways. I like that better. Alright, I'm going to pull in my blender pen. And that's just going to pull some of this color together and do just like what it says. Blend it in. Now, some of those fishies are going to get lost because I'm going to be putting this paper on top, but I did want the fish in the background. What I am going to do is I'm going to tear my strip. This is a 2" by 5.5" strip of Designer Series paper. I'm going to tear this. This is the pattern I'm using. Okay, I'm not using that side, I'm using this side. And when you're tearing, you get a nicer tear when you tear towards you. Okay, let's bring this back in because I'm going to be using some glue. Best to put this on your card base, then glue on your DSP. I was having a moment, but because it's glue, it's wiggly, so I can move it around. Okay, I'm going to put my black die cut down first. I'm going to put it up here. Then I'm going to pop on my circle. Right in the center. So this card is all about building layers. And now this piece, I'm going to stamp the water image on here just to give it a little bit of something something. And I'm gonna stamp that with my Lost Lagoon. I'm gonna stamp it randomly. Just like so. Now I'm taking my lemon lime marker and I'm gonna pull this forward. I'm just going to go right around the edges. That is also going to get put on the card with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I think we can do 2 on that. It's going to go right there in the center. And then my little banner, I'm going to have it going in the same direction as my fish. So you could use the word congrats, that's part of this stamp set. Or I pulled out a couple of others, 3 others to give you some ideas. Look at your stamp set, see what you have. The sentiments from Sentimental Park would fit in here perfectly. The love you or the miss you would be great. And then the Sending Smiles also has a lot of great little sentiments. So I do believe I'm just going to use Sentimental Park and stamp the happy birthday. Okay, and now we have the bow. So I'm going to grab my glue dots and put a couple glue dots on for that. So because this is a thicker like cord, you know, your envelope, when if you're mailing these, it's going to be probably a bit more postage, because I know I get questions sometimes about that. But generally, if you're mailing a card to somebody that you've made, they're worth the extra postage. That's just my opinion. All right, you can see I've just been fluffing up those ends a little bit. So I am just gonna position this right here. And then to finish the card, I'm pulling in my rustic metallic dots. Now I've got my white cardstock. Actually, it's not cardstock, this is just printer paper. So that goes on the inside. And then maybe we'll stamp the inside, shall we? Let's grab that fish stamp set. And I'm going to do the same thing on the inside that I did on the outside. And pulling in my Sentimental Park again, I'm just going to stamp Let's Celebrate on the inside. And I'm stamping this with my black Memento. I hope you enjoyed today's card design. I really love this card. It is so simple and such a great masculine card. Of course, you can change up the colors and the stamp images. It's just a great layout. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Take care and happy stamping.